microphone?
No, I don't think we need to use one. I think
I've heard that before.
we don't need a microphone. We're all right. We'll use the shitty audio from the
We got
phone
this
and
V-Tech.
echo in the room. So, what we're going to do here today is talk about how we are taking an older song that had acoustic drums recorded, and we're going to convert this over into sample or programmed drums using Guitar Pro. Jordan's already started the process on this and has a pretty good basis with the it's unsafe. So I'll get you another chair, Jordan.
You want this one?
No, I'm good.
That one looks like it's taking about all it can right now. I'll get you another chair if you
It
want.
is. We're good. Let's see here.
Oh my god. Anyway, we're gonna show you guys exactly how we're composing each piece of this and transitioning from acoustic drums to sample drums in Guitar Pro, and then how we will put it into Superior Drummer to get the actual sample drum sounds.
All right,
Whee! Okay, so
take 3.
I originally started doing this and mapping it out in Logic, but for the ease of use and making it, making it so we can have the same consistent drums on the recording, Mike always uses Guitar Pro. So if you look right here on this untitled instrument, you can see where I was mapping it out. And do 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 do. Dun, dun. Oh. So
And that's actually Easy Drummer and that's Superior Drummer.
right. So it's actually pretty cool, but what we're going to do right now is go back to Guitar Pro and pull that up. So a little bit farther along on the Logic file, I need to add in like the cymbals and hi-hats and stuff here. But I'm not extremely well versed in Guitar Pro, so this is a learning experience for me. And the first thing I gotta learn is how to bring up the little window that shows all the drums and stuff.
Go to View.
View?
Yeah.
Where's that at?
Well, you have like File, or at least on mine it has like File, Edit, all that.
Oh,
at the
yeah,
top.
that's this.
Yeah. Should be View.
View.
And then it should be Show Drummer. No, not Drummer View. It'll be it might be that, but
Yeah, this is it.
So the reason
Mine's
that
on
we're
something
doing all
else.
of this is so that the backing track to which we play live will have a consistent drum sound all the way through, instead of having recordings that were made by a couple of different live drummers with acoustic drums that may not be perfectly in time or whatever. This will give us a flat consistency all the way through our live set.
Yep, same room, same mic, same drums. Same
Right.
drummer.
Mm-hmm. Yes, our new drummer's name is Mac. Mac B. Mac BK. Alright.
DJ Mac.
Yeah, so.
So I know that Superior Drummer comes with packs, like different drum packs that are sampled from other famous live drummers. Like, which one is it that you were talking about using, Mike?
Chris Alder.
Chris Alder or Chris Adler?
Adler.
Chris Adler?
I don't listen to that much heavy
Was
music.
he on Ashes from the Wake?
I don't know what that is.
The answer's yes.
Yes.
Mike, that's one thing about Mike is that he doesn't really listen to a whole lot of the same bands that we may listen to.
Yeah.
So what is that?
All right, so I'm looking at the piano roll in Logic, so I can find out how I have the instruments mapped on the other one.
So each key is going to be an instrument.
Right. So right now this one is the hi-hats. There's your snare. C1's going to be your kick.
Is that going along with the notes too? Is it and the note of C?
No.
Okay.
So each one of these keys is going to enact a hit on Easy Drummer.
Okay.
So we're hearing the sounds from Easy Drummer because I've got it into the effects, but it's actually mapped out right here. But I just wanted to find out where I have it mapped on here, like each beat. So right here, you can see that the hi-hats hit on the first beat of each bar for about, I think it's like 8 bars.
So what does this system of dots sound like?
It sounds like what we just listened to.
Okay.
So I know that I need a hi-hat on this note right here.
And the reason that he knows that is because he's going by the original recording and just making the programmed drums close to what the original recording sounded like. Now the majority of what this recording is going to have for the backing track is just drums, and we'll add bass into it as well.
Does that sound right? That's close. That's not going to be good. Let's go with that one.
So are you going to have to put that manually into each section, or will you be able to automate that in some way?
Because I've already created like all the kick drums, it's going to be easier if I go through and do it manual for me, because I don't really know any of the shortcuts.
Copy and paste.
Yeah. Well, so here's my question. If I copy like this bar up here, can I paste it over the rest of this?
Yeah, if you delete the information that's presented and the rest of this.
So if I delete from here to here,
Yes. You
I can copy and paste that for those.
Now, if
four
you wanted
bars.
to throw in the snare as well into that second bar, so you don't have to worry about that later, that might be more efficient.
Cool. And this is where like
If you want, we can get a video of your face and then have a screen recording.
Ooh. Picture in picture.
I hate that idea, but if you want to.
Well, see, Mike's face is actually in this.
Mike's face is stupid.
How's my face?
But he's got a cool hat, though.
Yes, it's a.
How is your face in it?
Just a reflection.
Yes, it's a reflection on the computer screen.
Like the guy that I seen with cheese on his shirt.
Yes, like the guy you saw with cheese on his shirt at Taco Bell.
Yes.
From a-
Taco Bell!
Yep. Indiana's best Tony. Do you know how to do the screen recording?
So what is it that you're looking at there? Are you
Oh,
picking a
yes.
snare sound to go with on this?
Yeah. It's one of those it is what it is situations.
Yeah.
And all this can change after. That's the beauty of this, is the fact that regardless of what it sounds like here, once we put it into Easy Drummer or Superior Drummer, we'll be able to change the sound of each one of these instruments to whatever we want.
Yeah, we're more concerned with how things are being played, not and what is being played, not what they sound like.
Yeah, definitely more how it's played and not what it sounds like in Guitar Pro.
So,
What happened?
it's the same shit. It just looks different. Ta-da.
Beautiful. Now you've added a snare in with the kick.
A snare and a hi-hat.
A snare and a hi-hat.
Okay. So in the original recording, they're both on the first beat. It starts out with like straight double bass, and then it drops into triplets. So like a gallop kind of triplet.
Okay.
So, but the snare and the hat are still on the first beat. So, dun, dun.
So very simple and groovy
Yes.
drum riff.
So, let's see here. You see that is a ride. So I'm gonna have to find a ride, and then of course the regular snare.
Rides are just one level less than the snare. It'll be on the one key.
So put the snare in there, and then edge middle.
Some of what we're doing may seem to be a very
That
slow
won't sound very good.
process of building, but it's also a lot easier once you get used to using this stuff.
We'll go with the middle. We'll go with the
I like to use
middle.
the edge because it's more dynamic.
Is it really?
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's definitely more dynamic. We're going.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
I know you are.
I like my drums a certain way.
I bet you do.
Very particular in how you want your
But I
drums.
don't hit the edge with a high velocity. But still, it's that dynamic remains a lower velocity. See, when it's played on here, it has a high velocity.
So explain what you're talking about, Mike, with the high or low velocity. Are you talking about the velocity at which the stick hits the instrument?
I would think about it more as in the power, like how hard you hit the snare. If you hit it very hard, it's gonna be louder, and it's gonna be. It might have a certain tone that might be warmer, or something like that.
So you can actually change those in the sampling process with these
Yes.
programs.
Right. So, what he's talking about is, if we come back over here to Logic, number one, if say we don't like the sound of this ride, right? We'd rather have this one right here. which
And those are
sounds-
all rides?
Yeah. So we want to hear. I'm gonna actually just copy this and then move it up. So let's Command X. So cut it. No. Okay. I gotta figure out where the cursor is. It was supposed to be on 6, but so basically
So
it pastes
23.
wherever this is, and that needs to be right there. So.
You get it right.
So
Good job.
So now you got a different rod. So we can always change it later.
I'm surprised you didn't go with a bell on that riff.
I wanted to, but I was worried about the dynamics.
A bell and the edge are very dynamic. The middle,
Not so much.
Yeah, well, I like the bell.
nice folks. Vocals.
Hmm?
Nice vocals.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I thought you said nice waffles.
Of the blue variety.
Yes.
The song is called Waffle Stomp.
So, you're right. I don't like that ride. Was it the middle?
All right, so we'll come back here in a second with some more changes. Just a little sidebar here. $10 Goodwill find. Actual acoustic foam wedges.
It's Oralex.
Orlex. $10 for that whole stack. So now we can get some soundproofing going on here in the new Day of Ruin studio. And
You mean Indecent Productions?
Indecent Productions, yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. No, I could straight up go ahead and just start placing this stuff down here too. I
You're
think.
killing it.
Killing you, dog.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of the main parts of this song are very repetitive and easy to put back together.
Mm-hmm. Probably could have made it repeat a couple of things, but I'm not in the know.
And what are you doing? Right, you're gonna copy this and.
Yep.
Okay.
Copy it.
So you're copying what's highlighted and then placing it down here.
Mhm. So basically, a lot of the parts are kind of repetitious. So instead of going through and writing everything out one beat and one note at a time, I'm just copy and pasting it. So I don't have to do all that. It's a lot of fun. Boop. Okay. And so that's going to be a very good portion of this song. So,
So you've knocked out a pretty good chunk of the work on it.
yeah, I mean, that's like the first minute and 45 seconds or so. So, once we get into the chorus, which is going to be bars 18 through 21, or I guess it's kind of a pre-chorus-ish Yeah. It's not really a chorus, it's just a part that comes through. You can hear it. So, I'll have to go through and listen to the original track and figure out what beats the other stuff's on. So, no, I'm not particularly great at that. That's probably what I spent the most time figuring out before, was like where each item's hitting. And as you can see on this one, I never even did it. Pretty awesome. And this right here is just the kick. So, and that is what's easier about Guitar Pro, is like, I don't have to go through and map every single one. It's easier to copy and paste it in Guitar Pro than it is to do it on here. So, I need an actual copy of the song. I believe there should be one on the desktop.
I know you're trying to work on that, but like, what exactly is it that you're doing there?
I'm just getting the timing down of the drum, the kick and the snare. All right, here we go. This should be good. That's-
All I hear is like click, 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 click.
I just want to find out where the middle crash is.
The middle, it's number 2.
Crash medium.
I really don't know.
All right, so
All of this
before.
is going to result in some drum fills.
Yeah. It's weird. We got like 4 cameras going on right now.
3, we have 3, I think.
That's
Well,
what
3, but it's recording the screen too.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
so we're screen recording, and who's going to edit all this shit down? I'll edit down. I'll edit what I've got.
the video guy.
Oh, that would be me.
Yeah. It's opposites day. That was really my right nipple.
Right. Uh-oh, cat found a sunbeam.
So that should be close. What is this? It's like choking the cymbal. My Guitar Pro doesn't have that. I don't know how you take that off.
Me either.
I'm just gonna make this a rest, and that's how we're gonna take it off. And add it back on. Of course.
Is it a choke?
I mean, it sounds like it. It sounded like it earlier, at least.
Oh, that song a choke.
Oh, what did I?
Well, we'll come back when we figure that out.
Has it done that for you? Is it just because I pressed one? Do you not use a keyboard?
Maybe. I do use the keyboard, but
What's up with this?
why don't you look on the little diagram thing and see what it's telling you that is? So. So it's the edge of the hi-hat, or the edge of the ride.
Alright, so it's probably because, alright, that makes sense. So it's choking it because there's a rest note, and it's the edge of the rod, and that would be a hit that you would choke. So if we just take this rest out, that would be fine.
Cool. Good talk.
What am I at?
Fixing stuff.
So we take this rest out, and it should no longer choke it. We'll double up
So-
this one. And That note is
You
double.
can see that the camera's going. You don't know what's in the frame because it's not showing on the screen anymore. And that gives you the effect that Big Brother is watching.
Yes.
It's called Big Brother mode.
Oh.
And you can only get that with the 2012 MacBook. You gotta get the old bastard.
Does this have a disk drive in it?
Yes, it doesn't work. I actually have the parts in the car. I'm going to replace the disk drive with another hard drive bay
Mm-hmm.
on the inside. I'm going to stick a SSD here and then a 2 terabyte hard drive here.
So you're eliminating the disk drive from it?
Yes. That's my plan. And then I'm going to double the RAM. The girl I bought it from was like, oh, I went ahead and bought a new one because I can't put 16 gig of RAM in this one. I need more RAM for editing my photos.
I keep hitting a bunch of bullshit on here on accident. Actually, hit that. I meant to delete, and I had to.
So Mike only ever uses a MacBook. So,
And I don't use a big monitor, and this is big for me.
Wait until we get the 55-inch up.
Exactly. I'm used to looking at it while I'm typing.
yeah.
Almost at the same time.
But yeah, she's like, I needed something with more RAM for photo editing. I was like, number one, what kind of damn photos are you editing?
Yeah, I can see video.
Yeah, that you need 16 gigs of RAM. And number two, this one will do that. It'll do 16 gig of RAM if you buy the right RAM.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Alright, we're gonna listen through the song real quick to see where we are.
that's a different kick drum.
But it's fixable. Alright, well, I'm gonna cut that there. The drum fill.
Is somewhere in here, I believe.
So it needs to be added in.
Yes.
Are you tag teaming Mike?
Or if he just wants to walk me through it.
So it sounds like it's 8 hits, I guess, 8 notes. Or
Uh,
that's half a bar, so 16 tones.
Yeah. 16ths for 1, 2.
So 3 snares, 3 mid toms, and 2 low toms. That's what it sounds like to me.
On which beats though?
Just, you know, each of the 16 notes right there. So just 3 snares, 3 mid toms. I can do it real quick.
Show me.
Alright, so first you want to press R, that'll make all these breaths. And then that is not a snare.
What about the kicks and stuff?
I don't think it was a kick. I mean, we could listen again. I don't like putting kicks a lot where toms are because it makes it sound very muddy.
Oh.
Especially on samples when everything is so precise.
You can be right. I think this needs to be altered.
Yeah, maybe a little rest right there, kind of really push you into the groove. It wouldn't hurt.
Right here or right here?
I was thinking both, or just take up the last one, or take up the last two. I think either option might
Press
work.
this one,
Yeah, see how that works?
and then
Really makes you fall on the. Oh, I thought you pressed play. So what the fuck?
Reach out and grab you.
Yeah, with the claws.
oh, that's creepy. It's like inverted.
Oh. Fucking, yeah, it is. You're seeing what the camera sees. No? I don't like it.
It's creepy.
I don't like it. Are you feeling it? Yeah.
Touch my wiener. So this is the first time I've ever actually seen Mike do something productive.
We're witnessing history here.
Usually what happens is he goes, I'll work on that later. And then sometime 3 days later, he just shows up. And he's like, yeah, I didn't have time to do that. And I'm like, well, that's good because I didn't have time to do shit either. And then somehow, like an hour later after he leaves, and it takes him an hour and a half to get home, like an hour later, he's like, check your inbox. And shit's done. Don't know how he does it.
I think he does it while he's driving.
What are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah, he's got like a little magic leprechaun underneath his 5.11 hat or whatever they call it.
5'11".
5'11 hat.
5'11" tactical hat.
His 7-Eleven hat. And bickety bam. So
What are you doing there, Mike? Where you're like just zipping through everything?
I'm trying to work on this.
So that's a little bit into how we go about the writing process for drums now. Done in Guitar Pro And as shown, converting over a song that was originally recorded a while back that we're looking to incorporate back into our live set. We're basically turning all of those acoustic drums into sampled drums so that the sound is consistent all the way through our live set. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos documenting the progress of us recording this new EP. Thanks.